ULTRAKILL is my third favorite game of all time. It is a fantastic movement shooter with the best gameplay I've ever experienced, interesting lore, loads of content, and a skill ceiling so high that 138 hours into the game, I have still barely scratched the surface of. So, naturally, I'd been following the development of the newest layer of violence very closely. It released a few days ago, and I played it day one. I've since 100%ed it, but what you're about to see is my first thoughts. This is the violence experience. I booted up the game, did a warm-up run through Heresy, and dropped right into I jumped straight into the Garden of Forking Paths. After oodling at the visuals a little bit, I progressed forwards. I said hello to the mannequins, read some lore, hit a button, and I was going about my day until the statues decided to give me a surprise.
My fault. Oh, holy shit!
I'd been surprised, but now I was ready. Ready to do as the levelist told me. So I took up my brush and painted the world red. I rended the flesh that stood in my way, clobbled limb by clobbled limb. I was unstoppable. Nothing would surprise me again. At least, that's what I thought.
What the hell?
The level had got the jump on me, but there was nothing I could do about it except keep moving. I found a secret, followed the mystery foe into a combat arena where I took my first L of the layer, did another combat arena, and then got dropped into a spooky tunnel.
That was not the end of the level. No! No, please don't be something wicked.
Fortunately, it wasn't the spooky stick monster. I hesitantly scurried through the corridors of the maze. I eventually found a cart, which I proceeded to ride. I had 2 small fights before it was time for it.
Okay. That's a minotaur. Oh!
I fought the wicked beast. It killed me once, but I bested it the attempt after. I hopped off the cart, and I was ready to leave 7-1.
Motherfucker, what? There's a secret encounter?
The Garden of Forking Paths had been cleared. Now, it was time for I started the level by navigating through a serene whiplash challenge. I'd finished it and I was ready to exit, but that's when a fight came before me.
What the hell? That thing's so hard.
With the gutter man dead, I could now see what awaited me behind the door.
Oh my god.
After taking in the brutality before me, I bolted before the bell tower and was bestowed a fight against another gutterman and the swords machine. I took a stupid death to the swords machine before clearing them and some mannequins out. I handled a few more fights before the game gifted me a fun enemy combination. I tried the room again and this time cleared it out. I proceeded until the game gave me the goal of the level.
No way. Ever gonna get through.
As the game stated, we needed a bigger boom, so I set off to find one. I cleared out a gate guarded by guttermen, finally figured out that the slab sharpshooter had been buffed, fought the gutter tanks, and got to the nuke. That's when I realized that I'd forgotten the card I needed to transport it, so I ran back to grab it before shenanigans ensued.
Oh, I wanted to ride the nuke.
After my failed attempts to ride the nuke, I led it to the end of the track where some gutter boys were waiting for me. I watched the nuke explode and took them out. Then, the game tried to pull the same trick on me as they did in 7-1.
You got me last time.
I fought through the gauntlet of gutter boys guarding the gates. I dispatched them and cleared the level.
That was awesome. Holy.
Now that Light Up the Night was behind me, I was ready for I jumped straight into 7-3, where the game had a request for me.
I'm gonna have to kindly pass on that offer. I humbly decline. Humbly decline. I
popped through a door where I took down some mannequins and standard enemies. I then went through another door which led to the second tree I needed to feed. After its hunger had been quenched, I followed the path the next hallway, when suddenly, all hell broke loose.
Fighting each other? Stay out of this. Those enemies just fighting each other?
After I recovered from the shock of the battle, I proceeded to the third and final tree. I fed it and moved on to the final room. The final room is a war. I raced into the battle. It was long and arduous with many close calls, but eventually, the bloody dust had cleared, and I was all that was left standing.
Get me out of here. Wow. That one was great.
Fuck you, made me come march for death! As the experience was nearing its end, it was time for... I entered the level and began my final ascent. I climbed up the idol-infested robot, and despite its efforts, made it to its core. The core put up a damn good fight, one that took me many tries to overcome, but eventually it was defeated. Alas, that was not the last trick in the Earth Movers book.
I gotta run, man.
I dashed out of the robot, and after a few failed attempts, made it to my final run of violence. That's crazy. That was sick. Wow. That was insane. Dude. My god, that was sick. And so concludes the violence experience. This was an incredibly fun ride, both playing the levels and making this video. If you enjoyed the video, paint the subscribe button red and raise the like buttons to the heavens. I have more experience and ULTRAKILL content in the works, so stay tuned. See you all in the next one.